Hi everybody, I'm Bill Panoff, and today I am about to board AMA Waterway's largest river ship, the AmaMagna. So join me and 196 of the guests to cruise the beautiful Danube on this magnificent ship and visit 4 of Europe's most spectacular countries. To get into the spirit of the cruise, AMA Waterways throws a party. And not just any party, but an authentic Oktoberfest with some Bavarian music, beer, dancing, and did I mention beer?
And Raimi Mega 360 with 4 steps.
And after a few of those beers to loosen you up, they'll give you dance lessons and then give you more beer. What a great way to start this cruise. Our journey begins on board the beautiful AmaMagna from the small Bavarian town of Wilshofen, Germany. Soon we'll be leaving and navigating the beautiful Danube River for our first stop, Passau. On the AmaMagna, there are plenty of places to relax. A soothing dip in the pool and jacuzzi, or kicking back on a deck chair, lounging on a sofa, or having a drink at one of the umbrella-covered tables. And if being active is your thing, play some pickleball under the bright blue skies. We're here with Peter Rimmer, the hotel manager on board the AmaMagna. Peter, how are you?
Excellent, thank you.
It's a great pleasure to meet you. What makes the AmaMagna such a special ship?
I think the space of luxury. When the guests are embarking our vessel, the first reaction is, wow, such a spacious, not just the reception area is so impressive. The space of luxury carries through to our staterooms and our suites, and we are twice as large as the other European vessels, but we accommodate only 196 guests, which is only 20% more than the other European vessel. So it's all about the space and the luxury.
Tell me about the variety of restaurants on board and what guests seem to enjoy the most about them.
We have 4 restaurants on board. One of my favorites is Al Fresco restaurant, which is located at the bow of the vessel with a huge panoramic windows and the glass roof, and it's like you are dining under the stars. We have a chef's table restaurant with an open show kitchen. Basically, the whole thing is happening in front of you. The chef is cooking in front of you and serve your dishes as well. And we have a Jimmy's wine bar and restaurants, idea for the large groups, family and friends, family style. And right now, we're in the main restaurant, which is a la carte serving. All the meals are served here, and all the dishes are made freshly. We do not have a freezer on board.
How has the extra space enhanced the spa and the fitness center on board?
The spa is one of the best spot on the ship. It's located at the back of the vessel with the huge panoramic windows. We have a spinning bike outside on the veranda. It's like we are spinning with a view. We have 2 massage rooms and the pedicure and the nail salon as well.
Peter, thank you so much, and thank you for making our voyage on board the AmaMagna such a memorable experience.
Thank you, my pleasure. Thank you.
The owner's suite on the AmaMagna is generously spacious with a sitting area, fireplace, large balcony, double vanity bath, soaking tub, and a separate bedroom. The Grand Suite has a view from the comfy bed, a large bath with soaking tub, and the balcony cabin with its quaint sitting area and workstation with a large walk-in shower. Watching the captain navigate this river ship is nothing like navigating a ship on the ocean. On the river, you are watching what's in front, behind, on both sides, the water's depth, and let's not forget, most importantly, what is above. Bridges, bridges, and more bridges. Watch your head. While discovering Passau's beauty, spectacular architecture, and 3 rivers, I understand why it's called the Venice of Bavaria. The St. Stephen's Cathedral with the famous blue-green onion-like domes can be seen for miles as it watches over the city. From the top deck on board the AmaMagna, from above like a bird, and from its streets, everywhere I look, I see incredible buildings from centuries past, like the Rathaus Clock Tower. Walking along the lush green river's edge is a nice escape from the city. While back in town, the pale-colored buildings that line the streets give it a serene feeling. Inside the St. Stephen's Cathedral, I am humbled by its impressive paintings and sculptures. So for now, I must say, so long, Passau. It's been a wonderful stay. A bite to eat on board before we arrive at our next destination is always a delicious experience on the AmaMagna. A short drive on a country road and through some small villages, I arrive at our next destination.
We're in the Czech Republic, and to be more exact, the Bohemian region and the city of Cesky Krumlov.
The Vltava River and the state castle Chateau Cesky Krumlov are the heart of this picturesque city, with many of the buildings and homes covered with red tile roofs. From the top of the castle, you can see much of the city, like the Church of St. Vitus and all the activity on the Vltava River. Look at the enormity of the state castle Chateau Cesky Krumlov and how it was built, perched delicately on a hillside. And walking through the town, I really have a chance to appreciate what history has created.
Cesky Krumlov is a protected city and a UNESCO World Heritage Site because it has some of the finest and most preserved examples of not one, not two, but three different types of architecture: Gothic, Renaissance, and Baroque.
Cesky Krumlov may be a small city, but it's bustling because it is one of the most visited cities outside of Prague in the Czech Republic. In the summer months, much of the activity in the city revolves around the Vltava River. You can take in its views by dining along the river, or you can jump right in and go rafting. Some of the most popular residents of the city are castle protectors, the Four Bears. Heading back now to the AmaMagna, but not before saying goodbye to this little gem of a city, Cesky Krumlov. The AmaMagna lights complement the bold lighting of this breathtaking view.
Are you keeping up with me? I am back in Austria, in the city of Grein, and I am inside the majestic Grein Castle, and I'm going to take you on a private tour of this beautiful castle.
The Grein Castle has more than 500 years of history, and it's the perfect setting for some chamber music and a stroll around the castle so that we may appreciate some of its art collection. We are treated to some fine wines while we all converse and take in more of its beauty that surrounds us. Here's something you may not know. Most castles around the world do not have people living in them. The Grein Castle does. The Ducal family lives here amongst all the beautiful art, century-old antiques, and architectural details that are worthy of some of the world's finest museums. Let's have a seat and listen while the chamber orchestra continues playing. As I wake up, I see we are on our way down the Danube to our next destination.
Good morning, everybody. We just arrived in Melk on the Danube, and we are going to be taking a biking tour, which is one of the highlights on Ama Waterways. And what a better way to experience the Danube than to get up close and personal with a bike tour.
As I set off on this much anticipated bike ride, I see sitting high above the town the vast monastery, Melk Abbey. Continuing on, I pass over the bridges and into the center of town, lined cobblestone streets and pale yellow and white buildings and cafes that make a very relaxing ride. And you know it's a warm time of the year because flowers adorn the buildings. I stop in the outdoor market selling fresh fruits and homemade breads, which I had to sample. And like everyone else, I take advantage of the beautiful weather by dining al fresco. Sailing along the Danube has to be one of the most picturesque things to do in the world. There are always opportunities for photos or just sitting back, relaxing, and taking in the views. No matter the time of the day, if you look out a window or sit up on deck, you are going to see castles perched high above the river, beautiful homes and lush landscapes. Even the river itself, with its calm demeanor, is something for the eyes to behold. You never know what you might see around the next bend of this windy river. Because it's a beautiful river to sail, it is a busy river, and you will pass many other river ships, but none as magnificent or as grand in size as the AmaMagna. And because of its popularity for cruising, the crew always has to keep a watchful eye. So let's have a look at some more of this river's beauty before we dock in Spitz, Austria, and head to our next destination. We are here in Durnstein, a charming town known for its cobblestone streets, medieval architecture, and amazing vineyards. After our short road journey to Durnstein, the iconic abbey with its blue towers greet us, as does all visitors. And the grapes here are a signature of the city and its wine. Walking around, you are stepping back in time, a time when King Richard the Lionheart was imprisoned in the Grein Castle at the top of the hill. What a magnificent view he had. Streets lined with flower boxes hanging from windows and shops selling locally made food and wines gives the city its neighborly charm. Let's have a stop for a taste. Delicious. The vineyards where their special wines are made are not far from the city, but it feels as though you are deep in the countryside. The soil and climate here are perfect for growing these beautiful and juicy grapes. The accordion is the musical instrument for much of Europe, but when you are headed to have some fun and have a little to drink, okay, maybe not a lot, it's the accordion that will serenade you along the way. These large halls are typical gathering places for many people in Austria, Germany, and the Czech Republic region, and live music, wine or beer, and friends and family having fun is what you will always find. We're here with John Riley, the cruise manager on the AmaMagna, who's really responsible for organizing all the activities and the excursions, and you do it so well, John.
Thank you. With AmaWaterways on this particular cruise, we have 24, I think, options you can do for the whole 7 days. We have, of course, events like wine tasting, beer tasting, visiting museums, castles. We can do bike tours. We have walking tours in most of the cities and even hiking tours. So we have some people who like to be a little bit fitter.
There's so much to do ashore, but there's equally so much to do on board the ship in terms of the activities. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Our owners are very interested in fitness and well-being for our guests. So we have a wellness host on board, and the wellness host is pushing exercises, active walks, not just on the ship, but also doing active walks off the ship. And now we have pickleball is going to join us on one of our ships, and we have also the swimming pool, we have chess, we have sun deck lounges. I mean, really, so much to do on board.
Thanks for doing such an amazing job on the AmaMagna.
Yeah, my pleasure. I'm so happy you're enjoying the cruise.
Thank you. Welcome to Vienna, Austria. I'm about to start walking around this stunning musical city where Beethoven and Mozart, two of the greats in classical music, called home. I begin my walk at St. Stephen's Cathedral, a Romanesque Gothic mix of architecture and one of Vienna's most alluring places to visit. It once hosted the wedding of Wolfgang Mozart to Constanze Weber. The Belvedere Palace with its Baroque-style gardens is now one of Vienna's most prominent museums. And as I continue to walk this stunning city, my next stop is the Rathaus building, which serves as Vienna's city hall. The Kudisheris Museum, which took 20 years to build from 1871 to 1891, is Austria's largest museum, and throughout the city you will find some of the world's most beautiful and manicured gardens.
Vienna's parliament, with its Pallas Athena statue, is a Greek-inspired classical-style building, a design used in many government buildings in the Western world. Tributes to Mozart and other notable Viennas can be seen in the statues throughout the city. As I continue walking in the city center, you truly get the vibe of a major metropolitan city while set amongst a city over 1,000 years in the making. And my last stop is the magnificent Schönbrunn Palace with the most spectacular gardens and monuments and fountains throughout. The Grand Palm House, a wonderful botanical garden and zoo. And as night falls, the bright lights of the downtown's tallest buildings give you a different perspective of this international city. Dining on the AmaMagna is also about catching up with friends after the day's adventure. Auf Wiedersehen, beautiful Austria. The AmaMagna continues her way down the Danube as the sun rises. A gym and a theater keep you entertained, and back out on deck I take more of the views of the places we pass along the way, and before we arrive at our next destination.
Bratislava is known for its historical significance, charming old town, and various cultural attractions, including castles, museums, and theaters.
Walking the city center of Bratislava, the Gothic and Baroque architecture is the setting for today's modern city. In the heart of it all is the Old Town Hall, with the Holy Savior Church, also known as the Jesuit Church. There is also a lot of art in this city, and some of it can be found in the most unusual places, like this popular spot for photo opportunities. Slovakia has a prominent national theater group, and one of their places for performance is right here at this grand building known as the National Theater in the center of this old town. A favorite pastime in Bratislava is shopping, and there is plenty of it to do, and while shopping, stopping for a coffee and a pastry is always part of the ritual. Don't these pastries look out of this world? Let's have a taste. The stunning Coronation Church, once used by the kings of Hungary for their coronation ceremonies for nearly 300 years, is gorgeous inside and out. Let's have a look inside. I love the people and city of Bratislava, and we are about to set sail for our next city in our final European country. As the sun rises, the AmaMagna makes her way down the Danube River, passing freight barges and bridges, all the while with gorgeous scenery along the shores. Grand estates and castles continue to impress. As we approach our next city, we are greeted by a magnificent structure, and the city with towers everywhere perched up on a hill. We pass more grand buildings and bridges as we continue our way to our dock. Any idea where we are? Budapest is actually two cities, Buda on one side of the Danube and Pest on the other side. It's a modern city with constant reminders of its historical and regal past. Opulent castles and residences are everywhere.
Budapest truly stands out as one of Europe's most well-preserved treasures. Overflowing with beauty and historical significance, our destination for today is the stunning Castle Hill. Join me on this exploration as we ascend the winding cobblestone pathways, passing charming cafes, galleries, and shops that find their home within century-old Baroque buildings. The Central Market Hall in Budapest is a popular indoor market that offers a wide variety of fresh produce, meats, cheeses, spices, and traditional Hungarian foods. It's also a great place to find local crafts and souvenirs. The market is known for its beautiful architecture and vibrant atmosphere. The AmaMagna provided an unforgettable river cruise experience, offering serene hikes, historical walking tours, scenic bike rides by the majestic Danube River, onboard amenities, exquisite cuisine, and a captivating crew made it a memorable journey. AmaMagna is truly a cruise for everyone.